So the question is simple. This is clearly the main event of WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Are you into the Cena versus Cody build, J Hood?
Yes, Gabe Neitzel, I am into the build for Cody and Cena. But what I would say is that after getting off to such a great start with Cena coming out and addressing the audience in Belgium, in week number 2, something stalled in the story. We are stuck in neutral with the story. And I understand that you got to stretch this thing out as much as possible until The Rock comes or WrestleMania. But the point is, though, is that I didn't feel that there was an advancement in the story that we saw on Monday. And I think that it will accelerate once we see The Rock. I think that that's the issue. So as much as I thought week 1 was good, I'm still interested in the story, but I think we're all just waiting to hear what The Rock has to say so we can get a full view of why this match is taking place.
I'm into the Cena part of this build. I don't know if I'm necessarily into the Cody part. Because right now, Cody hasn't, like, it could just be generic WWE champion, right? Like, the promos that Cena is cutting, at least, and I know Cody came out later or whatever, and they had a little bit of a face-to-face, but the fun part to me of Cena so far, it hasn't been promos he's cutting against Cody, right? Like he needed, and we make fun of this all the time here on GKW, but like the promo specifically when he went after Austin Theory and just eviscerated Theory when he went into that WrestleMania feud, like that was specifically up against Austin Theory. He needed Austin Theory to tell the story they were telling specifically directly across from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, to tell the story that they're telling, it could just be generic WWE babyface. I don't see any sort of like uniqueness to Cody on the other end. I'm hoping maybe we get that in London, but right now, the more interesting parts of the 2 promos that we've seen overseas, one, obviously him explaining himself, explaining why you're not getting new merch, even though there was a new t-shirt that was released on Tuesday.
Yes.
You're not getting new merch, not getting a new song, all these different things. And then it's basically Cena versus Cena right now. Mm-hmm. It's the new Cena versus the old Cena going up against the crowd. Oh, now it's, I'm going to be the last champion ever. Like, I'm taking that championship home with me. This is what I'm doing. And there's really, like, right now, Cody's there because he's the champ. But I want to see something specific to Cody Rhodes to get me excited for Cena versus Cody. Right now, I'm just excited for Cena. Yeah. And the Cody part of it just hasn't quite been folded in to whatever story they want to tell.
So I have an idea to try to help that coming up next Monday. But first, I'll just piggyback on what you're talking about. So John Cena says on Monday that he's going to ruin wrestling. Yeah. And if you ask the average WWE fan, you've already done that with the spinner belts and just being be part of the PG era. That you ruin wrestling being part of the PG era and being the face of it. But I think that he did go a step further to tell you that he's going to do that. He's going to retire with the championship or be the champion and take on all these contenders all the way to the end of the year or whatever he's going to do. But I think that the best thing for WWE now is for them to have Cody come out first. And for Cody to be able to ask the question, I've been out here and I've faced John twice now and I've got no answers. And so Cody should come out with the microphone and say, you know what? I'm asking the same question that you're asking. Why? Why did John have to do that? I know that John doesn't like you, the fans, but why did you do that against me? And so when Cody's out there, now John Cena comes out. Mm-hmm. Instead of John coming out first, Cody asks why. I want an answer. Here comes John sauntering down to the ring, and now you have a little bit of a back and forth, and hopefully The Rock will be there in London as well to be a third party to all of this. But I think Cody should ask the question as the babyface, as the face of WWE. I'm asking what you're asking. Why?
Yeah, why John Cena specifically? Yeah, I think that's a great idea because Cena has come out. He's led off both the last couple of Raws where he's been able to dictate whatever he wants to dictate. And again, it appears as if, I have no idea if Rock's going to show up in London. We have no idea if Rock, as far as I know, Rock isn't advertised for anything between now and WrestleMania. And I've hypothesized on this show of, well, is he going to show up for WrestleMania? I have no idea what's going on. Everything seems to be playing close to the chest. And if Rock isn't going to show up, Cody's going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting in the final couple of weeks leading up to Vegas. But that's where, right now, it doesn't matter that it's Cody Rhodes that's there. Right now, it's all about John Cena. Cody
Yeah.
needs to insert himself somehow, some way into more of the conversation because I'm assuming at the end, Cody probably is the one that ultimately beats Cena before Cena, when Cena's threatening to leave and he's taken on all challengers, defends it a couple of times. I'm guessing Cody gets the championship back, assuming
Mhm.
he loses it at WrestleMania. But in order for me to care about that, you've got to get me to start investing into Cody Rhodes now. And that's one thing that Triple H, where he's been good at the long term storytelling, you got to start planting those seeds now of making me care about Cody beating Cena down the line. Because right now, all I care about is Cena winning. And I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens when Cena's the champ. What's he going to do? What's he going to do next? And again, maybe again, I feel like I've probably been the most negative about Cody on this show than anybody
Mhm.
else.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me not being the biggest Cody Rhodes fan here. And Cena's a great heel right now. He's a great villain. And all great heroes need that great villain. It's why the Cody build to him going over Roman Reigns was so fantastic. But
Mhm.
now you have to recreate that with a new guy, and they just haven't made me care about the Cody part yet. They've just only made me care about the Cena part.
Because look at the back and forth that they've had. It's been kind of cold, right? Like the
Yeah.
first time you see Cody Rhodes and Cody and Cena didn't say anything. And the second time around, you hear what Cena had to say. And Cody, again, he held his own. It wasn't horrible. But I think
No,
that, but
but
again,
there
we
was
just
just
want to
no
know why.
substance to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's just
we
no
want to know why.
substance to their back and forth.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
and honestly, like the substantive back and forth part of a lot of John Cena promos over the course of his career that you can think of, like that's kind of been the fun part of when he was a babyface, and you can easily do that now when he's a heel. Again, they're going to have that opportunity, and hopefully they knock it out of the park because it might be their last opportunity to really build it and make people buy in, and certainly really care.
You know what it is, Gabe. Real briefly, is just like, you know, the WWE has a great opportunity here to showcase whatever they want because they're internationally. So no matter what's in the ring, it's going to be sold out, and people are going to be at full throat and so excited to see it. Right? Like, would this go over in Charlotte or in Des Moines as they make their road to WrestleMania to Vegas? Yeah, I think people will be into it, but I think there'll be more complaints or some indifference here or there. But internationally, you can see the crowds are all into it, no matter what's going on. Even though we
Mm-hmm.
just want to have answers, and so
Yeah.
hopefully, the slow boil from WWE. I'm all for the slow boil. I understand what they're trying to do, the slow burn, but it stopped on Monday, and that's got to get better moving forward.
Well, I'm all for the slow burn.
Yeah,
I guess I just need to trust the pieces in place.
yeah,
And if there's nobody, again, the slow burn worked a lot of times for the bloodline, even when Roman wasn't there,
hmm,
because you had other pieces of the bloodline to help continue the story. These are just Cena's kind of a part of whatever faction Rock's putting together, which apparently something with Drew McIntyre also coming soon, according to Drew McIntyre with The Rock. I have no idea what that means.
yeah.
But if there's nobody from the heel side to represent themselves over the final 2-3 weeks of this feud, I don't know how much the slow burn makes sense because it's tough to tell the story just by yourself if you're Cody Rhodes.